Kenyatta is the President of the Republic of Kenya and deserves utmost respect from all Kenyans, but especially leaders and more so those elected under his party. President Kenyatta's constitutional mandate requires him to develop the whole country without any form of bias or discrimination. We would like to assure our voters and supporters that we have been engaging the President and his government through a structured framework, which was established late last year in Naivasha, to lobby on issues related to our region's social, political, and economic development. We appreciate the work that the Jubilee government has done in our region since 2013. We are, however, aware that there's still more work to be done as per the expectations of our people. We will continue to engage with government to realize the development projects already in the pipeline, as well as new ones that we are working on.
It's indeed true that people tend to think that as the president is leaving, they almost are looking at how are we going to be left, because they are uncertain about who will come next. But looking through the entire country, you can see development projects popping up everywhere. So it would not be true to say that projects in Mt.Kenya have been left behind.
We had a lot of visits by leaders, including the Deputy President in Mt.Kenya region, launching projects. So how would we then now wake up and say that we do not have development projects? We don't have enough development projects, and that we have to agree. And that's why we are lobbying as a caucus to ensure over the next 3.5 years, we have the development projects that meet the expectations of our people. But to wake up and to say that we do not have development projects means that what you have been saying in the past is actually untrue. Because we have been going around and saying we have launched this project. Why would you then wake up and say there are no projects?
So is Central Kenya marginalized or is it not? Our senior political affairs reporter Patrick Amimo covered that press briefing for us. He now joins us live from our City Center studios. Patrick, good evening. Why now? Why are we just having this conversation? President Uhuru Kenyatta has been at the helm since 2013 and Central Kenya leaders have been his biggest support base.
Thank you, Akisa. These particular remarks coming at this time in the moment is that we're looking at the president is serving his second and last term, and in 4 years' time, then he should be going on retirement. But then, looking at it, the intra-politics of Central Kenya, it means that there is no clear leader who will succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta as the spokesman of Central Region. So part of these agitations from Central Kenya are informed by the fact that there are those leaders who now want to come out to be seen as champions of the rights and needs of residents from the larger Mt.Kenya region. That's why we see they coming out to speak, so that maybe when the opportune time comes, then residents in those particular areas can identify them as maybe people able to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta once he goes in retirement. The other issue that is informing this kind of debate at this time over resources and development is to do with the census, the national census that will be held in August this year, where it will be based on that census, the results will also determine how much development each region and or county gets. We've seen Moses Kuria, who triggered this particular debate, claiming that people in northern Kenya, when they go there, they are counting goats, animals, and trees. That's why, and we saw leaders from northern Kenya come out and lambast Moses Kuria over those remarks. And the controversial MP also now, when we saw on the New Year Eve, also coming to claim that to say that President Uhuru Kenyatta was concentrating on other parts of the country and not focusing on in Central Kenya or Mount Kenya region as such. And I think the president, when the president answered him, he said, using that word washenzi, maybe referring to the Swahili equivalent of foolish action, shows that maybe he was trying to tell these people that the constitutional mandate of the president, he represents the entire nation and it does not belong to a community. That's why he said they cannot tether him maybe to be just rotating around Gatundu and that Ishaweri area, but he needs to go out of the country to reach all parts of the country to ensure that the Jubilee agenda is realized. So these are the issues that are informing that particular matter, Akisa.
Of course, an issue that we will continue to keep tabs on. Thank you. That's Patrick Amimo, senior